Welcome to Reaching Out. I'm Gregory Floyd, your host. I'm President Local 237, and today's guest is Cyrus Vance Jr. He is the newly elected District Attorney of Manhattan. Cyrus, welcome to the show.
Greg, it's great to be here and great to see you again. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
We know a lot more, Greg, about law enforcement and what works than we did 20 years ago when I was a young assistant DA. I understand much better how important it is not only to be tough on crime, but to be smart on crime. And that means that we need to approach our crime strategy with an eye towards how do we reduce it. And so I'll have an aggressive crime prevention strategy as well.
You had mentioned something that was very unusual for a district attorney to say, and it was something that said, you know, this is the candidate for this position. He's going to revolutionize the district attorney's office here in Manhattan. And what you said to me was, you're looking at having a district attorney's office in Washington Heights, because all too often people have crimes they want to report, but they don't want to come from northern Manhattan all the way down to the southern Manhattan to report the crimes. And you want to make it convenient for them to be able to report a crime.
I don't think there's anything radical about this, Greg. I don't think this is revolutionary. I just think we are public servants, and we've got to figure out how do we deliver our public service, which is a fair and effective justice system, to everybody that we represent. And something as simple as having an office in the northernmost part of the borough when we have an office in the southernmost part of the borough seems logical, appropriate, and I believe will be well received not only by the residents, but also by assistants in our office and community affairs specialists who themselves very much want to do a good job.
What do you think when you hear this? David Letterman's mentioning your name on late night.
Well, I think someone said you ought to just quit now because it's not going to get any better than to have that nice shout out from David Letterman. But the Letterman case was obviously one of those cases which required, I think, just good common sense as a prosecutor. Now, it's true that we happen to have more well-known people in Manhattan than you might have in, for example, a rural county in the Midwest. But this was a relatively straightforward case.
We have read about some of your programs for cyber crimes.
Well,
what is a cyber crime?
Crimes are happening on a daily basis over the internet. And our office has done great work to date, specifically with identity theft and building complicated international identity theft cases to stop people using the internet who are stealing identities and converting that into money and hiding offshore in Bulgaria. We want to apply that same kind of aggressiveness to all the other kinds of computer crimes, from child predation to human trafficking to interruption of our financial institution computer functionings, and Manhattan is in the middle of it all, and we need a first-rate, world-class cybercrime unit to protect our community.
Now, there's also preventing recidivism, convicted felons ending up back in jail, an issue that you care deeply about, because this is one of the things that we spoke about.
Right. Well, yeah. I don't think there's anything more important among the many important issues in criminal justice than our obligation to deal effectively with people who come out of jail. This isn't just an idle interest. In 2006, the laws changed in New York State, and the penal law now has a section 1.05, which says it is a goal of our criminal justice system, set out in writing in law, to make sure that we take into account when we send people to jail how we're going to have them succeed and get rehabilitation and re-enter their communities when they get back out.
This interview has been fun. It's been fruitful. We've learned a lot about who our new district attorney is. And I'm Gregory Floyd. I want to thank you for listening. This is Reaching Out.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.